Sven Carlsson, the Spotify Play, House CEO and founder Daniel Ek beat Apple, Google, and Amazon in the race for audio dominance. Dive into the captivating story of Spotify's rise to power in The Spotify Play by Sven Carlsson. Discover the challenges that founder Daniel Ek faced as he fought against the titans of the music industry for control over song licenses and fended off buyout offers from tech giants like Microsoft, Google, and Tencent. Uncover how Ek's passion for technology and music, coupled with his determination and relentless spirit, transformed Spotify from a scrappy firm to a dominant force in the music streaming business. This summary will unravel the battle for audio dominance and the power dynamics at play between Spotify, Apple, and other major players, while shedding light on the innovative, disruptive strategies employed by Spotify to come out on top.
Spotify's story of perseverance. Spotify's journey to success against all odds is recounted by Swedish tech journalists Sven Carlsson and Jonas Leijonhufvud. The book reveals that the company's survival was due to its dogged determination in securing song licenses from giant music labels and CEO Daniel Ek's relentless refusal of buyout offers from Microsoft, Google, and Tencent. Ek's unwavering resilience and perseverance are an inspiration. A fascinating and exhausting read, the book showcases how Spotify disrupted the music industry and changed the way we consume music today. The birth of Spotify. Spotify, founded by tech enthusiasts Martin Lorentzon and Daniel Ek, initially sourced songs from the Pirate Bay. Ek's love for music and expertise in advertising technology led him to conceptualize Spotify as a free streaming service. With Lorentzon's experience, they made it a reality, threatening to invade Apple's walled garden. Spotify's rocky road. 3 years after iTunes came onto the scene, Spotify launched its desktop-only music service. Offering free streaming was initially seen as piracy by the music industry. To survive, Spotify relied on CEO Daniel Ek, who loaned tens of thousands of dollars to the company. Despite all the obstacles, Spotify's value reached $86 million after a successful fundraising round. Spotify's compensation conundrum. Spotify agreed to give 55% of its revenue to the music industry and 15% to songwriters' music publishers. The remaining 30% was supposed to go to the company, but Spotify ended up paying more than it earned. Its free version with ads was expected to be preferred, and the absence of major players could turn the company worthless. Even though Spotify launched a mobile version in 2009, it lacked US song rights and a presence in Apple's App Store. Spotify's rivalry with Apple. As Spotify tried to gain ground in the US, Apple enticed music publishers with a better deal. Spotify, which relied on volume, had 5 million users in 2010, but still lost money. It raised $50 million from investors including Tencent, which operated under Chinese government control, and Russian oligarch Alisher Usmanov, known for his ties to Putin. Spotify's rise with Facebook partnership. Spotify, once limited to 20 hours per month usage by free users, became a growing force in the US market with the help of a partnership with Facebook. Apple initially tried to prevent Spotify from entering the US market. However, Spotify signed a deal with Sony and avoided Universal's 10% shares demand. Mark Zuckerberg aimed to make Facebook the exclusive platform for Spotify. While this raised Spotify's profile, it also exposed users' musical choices to friends, leading to privacy concerns. Despite this, Spotify's partnership with Facebook brought 7 million new listeners to the platform. Pandora vs. Spotify, the battle for music streaming supremacy. With 36 million users and a higher valuation than Spotify, Pandora was the top streaming service. But Spotify, who had to create a radio station to keep up, was not far behind. To expand in the US and prove his worth to investors, Spotify's founder Daniel Ek sought to offer more than just a music database. Despite Google's interest in buying Spotify for $5 billion, Ek held out for at least $8 billion. The competition for music streaming supremacy was heating up. Spotify's radical transformation. In just 2 years, Spotify changed its business strategy, location, and revenue source. Despite immense losses due to record labels and songwriters, Spotify managed to grow by 50% in 2014, but most of its new users were non-paying subscribers. To sustain the business model and increase profitability, the company moved its headquarters from Sweden to New York City and shifted the focus to its premium subscription service. These radical changes proved to be successful as Spotify became the largest source of revenue for the US music industry by 2016. The rise of music streaming, Spotify's journey to success. In 2016, popular albums from major artists like Beyoncé, Rihanna, and Kanye West were not available on Spotify. However, in 2017, the company signed a deal with Universal that allowed paying subscribers just 2 weeks of access to new music from artists like Drake and Taylor Swift. Despite the CEO's humble talk during interviews, Spotify's operation was massive. Additionally, it partnered with Tencent, swapped shares, and made significant strides with direct public offerings. These strategic moves contributed to its successful IPO in 2018, with an opening share price of $165.90 and a company value of nearly $30 billion. Spotify's journey to profitability. Spotify, struggling with low profit margins 14 years after its founding, acquired the Joe Rogan Experience for over $100 million in May 2020. Investor pressure led to the company's valuation surpassing $35 billion as they reported 4 quarters of profitability during their first 2 years as a public company. The saga of Spotify's founders. Sven Carlsson and Jonas Leijonhufvud report the incredible journey of Martin Lorentzon and Daniel Ek, the founders of Spotify. The authors capture the essence of Ek's determination to take on big entertainment companies with his relentless hustle, while providing insight into the cunning business of Lorentzon and Ek. They are impressed by Ek's decision to turn down billions in search of more billions. With an irreverent tone, the book is a fun and eye-opening read that celebrates the founders of Spotify.
In the Spotify play, Sven Carlsson takes us on a thrilling journey of how Daniel Ek and Martin Lorentzon disrupted the music industry with Spotify. The unwavering drive and ambition of Ek, especially in challenging powerful incumbents like Apple and Google, serve as a testament to the might of innovation and sheer determination. The story of Spotify offers various lessons, chief among them the importance of long-term vision and a willingness to take risks, even when facing daunting obstacles. As Spotify continues to strive for profitability and further expansion, its ongoing story is an emblematic representation of the cutthroat world of business and technological disruption.